With over 12,000 U.S. soldiers, sailors, and Marines killed or missing in action, and another 36,000 wounded, Okinawa is the bloodiest campaign of the Pacific War. And yet, the U.S. military still has plans to invade the Japanese home islands.
There can be no peace in the world until the military power of Japan is destroyed, with the same completeness as was the power of the European dictators.
Codenamed Operation Downfall, the first phase of the invasion of Japan is planned for November. Estimates are that Downfall will take over 1 year and involve 5 million Allied troops, with some casualty estimates as high as 1 million. After the staggering losses suffered on Okinawa, the White House fears that a war-weary American public may not be able to stomach the numbers. On July 26th, in the middle of a 2-week conference in Germany, the Allies issue an ultimatum to the Japanese. Titled the Potsdam Declaration, it calls for Japan's unconditional surrender. But the Japanese reject the declaration.
Atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima. We have used it in order to shorten the agony of war, in order to save the lives of thousands and thousands of young Americans. We shall continue to use it until we completely destroy Japan's power to make war.
With Hiroshima in ruins, Truman warns the Japanese to surrender. He receives no response. Three days later, a second atomic bomb is dropped on Nagasaki. This footage of the blast was shot at 31,000 feet. The cities destroyed. But the Japanese are still unwilling to yield to the Allies. A third atomic strike is considered. In the meantime, more than 2,000 planes take to the skies, targeting Tokyo. Pacific War remains unresolved.
From the Mutual Newsroom in New York, Tokyo Radio says acceptance of Potsdam Proclamation coming soon. One moment, please. This is not official. This is from the Tokyo Radio.
6 days after America drops the second atomic bomb on Japan, and 1 day after a bombing raid on Tokyo, the Japanese government notifies the Allies that it accepts the Potsdam Declaration on one condition, that the Imperial Emperor Hirohito retains sovereign status. Truman consents.
President Harry Truman has announced the end of the war. The victory has been won. It's official from the White House.
Japan surrenders. Japan surrenders.
They will lay down their arms. There it is. The news you've been waiting for. It's over, all over. This is it. This is it, friends. The job has been done in the Western world and on the land and seas of the Orient. And let's not forget it.
This is the NBC mobile unit in the heart, center, and the pulsing focus of a joyous nation on Times Square in New York City. And look uptown over a foaming, seething, writhing mass of faces, lifted joyfully and buoyantly and gloriously happy at the final conclusion of a desperate war which has seen its closing days and a desperate day or 3 or 4 of anxiety, turmoil, anticipation, doubt, fear. Are these people happy? That's the only word to express it. Are you happy? Yeah!
3 weeks after VJ Day, representatives of the Allied powers and Japan meet on board the battleship USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay to sign the formal instrument of surrender. Elements of this footage have not been seen before. Filmed by a sailor positioned in the ship's superstructure, General MacArthur and Admiral Nimitz walk toward history.
My fellow countrymen, today the guns are silent. A great tragedy has ended. A great victory has been won. The skies no longer rain death. Men everywhere walk upright in the sunlight. The entire world lies quietly at peace.